Welcome to Film Study Podcast with Lexi. I'm Lexi. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, all of the things. Comment, let us know your thoughts. Here is the last part of the Jordan and Layla season 5 journey breakdown, relationship journey breakdown that I did with Carmen and Kaya. I hope that you enjoy it. I hope that you dig it. There's a lot to cover, but we're finally coming to the end of the road here. And as always, recorded this before the strikes had started. So hope you dig it. Here it is.
Such an embarrassment.
Anyway, 5:16, nothing really happened besides Layla telling Coop about her woman,
I
and
know
then
where
Coop trying to
my
come for
man is.
Layla. I know where my man is, so don't question me about my man. my man. And then Coop's such a hater, bro. Oh, maybe you need to take some time away. You
Right?
need to take a chill.
Get a little salty stuff out of
I'm
here.
still trying to figure out why she alive.
Ridiculous. Thank you. That bullet went too low. Missed the spot. Missed the spot.
Wow. 5:17. Layla is having trouble balancing her schedule. So she has to schedule even time out to take her vitamins, right? So
Mm-hmm.
Jordan's suggesting all these dates. She doesn't have the time to go on these dates. JP comes back. He also gives her the advice, right? Time is fleeting. So,
I'm gonna give
she
him that.
comes back,
He be popping up at the right times.
which is interesting because I just think it's funny that he magically didn't mention Jordan. What is the reason?
Look.
I'm sorry. Well, now, because I do want to get this question answered because it was for us to answer. What do we think their reactions will be now that we're talking about JP? What do we think Laura, JP, and Liv's reactions will be? Because that's their family.
Mm-hmm.
And we haven't gotten much, right? Before we've had them maybe interacting. JP has also noted some things, but after they've been together, it's been pretty much radio silence. So what do we think? What do we expect?
Everybody be happy. I think if anybody may get kidnapped, maybe Laura.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, but I don't think she's gonna get much.
Liv is gonna be over the moon. I think I've solidified that I think Liv knows. Um, Papa JP, I feel like he's gonna be happy. I think it's also something that he saw coming. Probably not the wedding, but I don't think he'll be surprised that they're engaged. Because he saw the relationship coming a mile away. And then Mama Laura, I feel like she'll be happy for them, but a little wary just because, yeah, they are still young, but I think she also just doesn't want them to rush into marriage. But I feel like she'll be extremely happy for them because Layla
That's
Girl's
her
already her
daughter.
daughter. That's why
Hmm.
she wasn't claiming that other
Yep.
chick. So
Kaya said that other chick. I did not. Um,
not you
I
trying to
think that
isolate.
yes, I am separating the two of our opinions.
We are not the same people. Those are not Lexi's
We are
thoughts.
not the same. These are not my thoughts. That is not my thoughts. That is not how I feel. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Anyway, I think that Liv is going to be fine with it. I also am not sure if I've made up my mind on her having an inkling that twin tuition that she feels. Because there's no way she doesn't have a little bit of a twin
I
tuition
don't know.
about
It was
this.
it was so dead when they was messing around in secret.
There you go.
There you go.
So I guess I'm saying I hope that Liv has a twin tuition about this, but I think that she's gonna be fine with it. I think that JP, I just don't see him giving much pushback, because his opinion doesn't matter. And I think that he knows that. So I think he's gonna be supportive by default, but also very happy that Layla has found, a guy that she loves. I think I'm a little bit more on the Laura will be worried side. I don't think it's going to be Simone level worried,
Of course not.
and Simone level upset, but I do
Mm-mm.
think that I think that they might challenge. this Laura Layla dynamic, but Laura will be coming from the place because that is her daughter. She's gonna be coming from a very protective place. So I think that's gonna be maybe one of the relationships to watch next season is Laura Layla after this engagement comes out. But she's gonna be happy for that. I think it's gonna be a long engagement, and that'll
I was
be
about to be
that they're
like,
not gonna rush.
Lele about to be like, don't worry, Mama Laura. I am not rushing like that other girl did. We are taking our time going down the aisle.
So yeah, I think that she's gonna be like, we're not gonna rush this. It's gonna be a long engagement, and they'll come to an agreement. But it will be. I think they're gonna try to challenge it a little bit because you're gonna
Hmm.
get some drama. And so that's our thoughts on that. So Layla comes back after the award ceremony, after she's decided to show up, after the time is fleeting conversation, and has this conversation with Jordan where she's just like, Liv is too important for me to miss this, and you're pretty important too. Jordan is important too. He's kind of important too. Then she suggests a day trip to Catalina, which is where Kaya originally said that she thought Jordan brought the ring. Correct?
Hmm. Hmm.
Cool. When do you think he brought the ring, Carmen? I've already said my idea.
I don't know. I don't think I gave thought to when he brought the ring.
He might have brought it a long time ago. We'll just leave it at that. And so then she says, like, just the theme from that episode for her is that time is fleeting, which is why it led to that change of heart. Then it's 5:18. This is how you do it. This is their in sickness and in health episode.
Hmm.
If they weren't finna get married before,
mm-hmm.
even though they were always going to get married, this is what solidified it. Um, Jordan was acting like an entire baby
I
having
loved
a
every
cold.
second of it.
Me too.
The
As you should.
drama.
As you should.
The G's so dramatic. I didn't think I'd make it. Shut up. Shut up.
Don't do him.
Yeah.
Don't do him.
It's the fact that when he was coughing, he like held on to her and she like grabbed his hand. Like, let
Yes.
go. Unhand that man. Unhand.
Oh
Don't
my
do him.
god.
She love her. She love her big baby.
It truly does because please asked her if she got the vitamin C gummies with the stickers. No, because you're 19 and not 9. Um and she was just like take your medicine, I'll be back. Goes to kiss this man.
She don't care. We don't care.
Ah, you don't want what I got, lady. That is my favorite line. You don't want what I got, lady. And then said, what did she say? I'll survive. I'll survive. And went to kiss him anyway. And then they give advice to Asher. Jordan says, about Jamie, like, don't forget that one of the things that you love about her is that she's not afraid to live, that she takes risks. And, that risk taking part about her is, one of the reasons why you love her. And that's on Power Couple, giving advice to Asher and Jamie. They end up moving in
Hmm.
together. And Layla is just falling more and more in love with this man as time goes
Yes.
on.
You're
Because
cute.
when she looks at him, oh, girl,
I love every second of it.
like, why does she need to tell him that he
She
was
is
cute?
so gone. She's so gone on this man, as she should be.
Like, God. I mean, as she should be, as she should be.
Smiling everything. Oh my gosh.
Smile and everything. So says you're cute, then starts to sneeze because she got herself sick by
Hmm.
kissing that man.
That man.
And then
Girl, kissing him like he ain't sick, and she's sick proof.
she's no, but remember, she
Like,
said, I'll
girl,
survive. She knew that she was gonna,
she said she want all them
which
germs.
is so funny because an episode ago, right? She was just like, I need to schedule when I take my vitamins because taking my vitamins is too
She
important.
wasn't
Because
lying
work is
either.
too
Did you see them
important.
charts up on her wall? I was like, girl, you are so put together.
She wasn't lying. She wasn't lying. But then to fast forward to this episode, what happened to schedules for your vitamins, honey? Because your work is
That
so
didn't
important, and
include
yet you're
skipping kisses.
kissing.
She was already practicing her vows, sickness and health.
She said vitamin schmitamins, but my man, my man, my man.
She said,
Hmm.
I'm gonna kiss you, and then I'll go home and take one of them vitamins. But I'm gonna
What?
definitely get
Health
this kiss.
schmelth. My man,
Mm.
my man. Not her defending Jordan
She wanted to share
against
everything
her
that was
own
Jordan.
health.
She wanted to share everything Jordan.
Hmm.
She's so down bad. I'm sorry. She's down worse. She's down worse. It's the
Most
truth.
definitely.
I'm sorry. It needs to be said. They're mutually down bad though, but
She's
sometimes she be
down
down worse.
worse. She falling and
I
she
know
think
people are gonna be like, no,
she
you all are
falling.
insane.
Uh,
Jordan is down.
no,
She
man.
falling and she don't want to get up. She don't want to get up.
She,
Like
she doesn't want to get up.
Leave me
Someone
down
asked us
here.
if we think that Layla is too patient with Jordan
No.
no,
because he said some like there you got it. There's your answer. I don't think she's too patient either. I think that she knows, she knows which battles to pick and which battles to
and
not
she know
pick and which
him,
are
and
important.
she okay
Yeah,
with
and she
him.
knows
That's the
him.
thing.
She love
And
all
I think
men.
it's not anything to the level of like disrespect or to use Greta's words being miserable or it just being a very very unhealthy relationship. So she's in a very healthy situation, so she knows the difference, but it's just so funny because to your point, Carmen, she's fallen
And she don't
and
want to
she
get
doesn't
up.
want to get up.
Nope.
No, leave me down here.
Right?
As much as I'm trying to tell this girl to stand up.
Mm-mm.
I don't know why you keep trying to pick her up.
She down. Jordan coughing and everything. She's
She's like,
still
let
down
me
there.
be on the ground.
Leave me.
She's like, let me be on the ground. Because even when Jordan at the end and she's sick and he's taking care of her. And he's just like, oh, you know who else make a great pair? Jordan and Layla. This girl
Yo,
responds by saying, don't talk
yes,
sexy to
I'm sick. I'm sick.
me. Stand
She
up!
down. She down.
Stand up!
She down, man. She's
She can't.
gone.
She's sick.
She gone.
And then Jordan says, what? You're worth it.
She's
After
gone.
she
She
sneezes.
was so happy to be sick up in that bed. Oh my gosh. Yes,
Mm.
girl. Yes.
Oh
Cause
my
he right here
gosh.
catering to
And
you.
this is also a really good point to point out that she's like, I don't think we've ever heard Layla say the words like, oh, I look a mess in terms of like whenever she's been with Jordan. Like, she does not
Care.
necessarily care
No.
Mm-mm.
how she looks when she is with Jordan, which is so different.
That's her man.
Hmm.
That's her
You
man.
see,
That's her
I don't
man.
want to take it here, but you see, she ain't want this man seeing her messy hotel room.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. She was depressed.
I did not think that's where you were
I'm
going.
done.
She
I'm
said,
done.
"Oh no, it's not put together." But if that was
Well, if we're
Joy,
gonna bring up that, if we're gonna bring up
We
that, and
not.
it's
We
very late
not.
for
We not
us,
finna
if
do
we're
it.
gonna bring up that, I do need to call this out. Flashing back to the I love yous for Jordan, for Jordan to have somebody that believes in him unequivocally is so different for him because you can go down the list of people in his life. I cannot confidently say that anybody other than Layla believes in this man unequivocally. I mean, even his ex girlfriend said what to him?
Listen, listen, listen. Y'all getting petty.
yeah, no, we were just watching that back, like, yo, what?
Spencer's always been the star player. Like,
Yo,
to not even have your girlfriend at the time believe in you. And then I'm not gonna get into that because I don't want the. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it.
that's right, girl.
It's
Say it.
interesting because I think that people believe unequivocally in Spencer, and Jordan does not have that. And so for Jordan to now have someone that's just like Jordan trust in yourself and trust that you know what to do, and you know, and still letting him, because it's not in the same way of, and I pointed this out before, but it's not in the same way of like people saying like, oh, I'm not gonna tell you, like Billy at the beginning of the season, like, well, you're old enough now. No, she still lets him like speak, and she still listens to him. Other people
Mm-hmm.
don't listen to Jordan. They're just like, oh, don't come to me with your problems, I don't care. Spencer, please give me all your problems. That is literally what people do to Jordan. They're like, shut up, Spencer, what do you got to say? And so for Layla to listen to this man and then still say, but you know what to do and I believe in you,
And it's a consistent thing.
it's consistent. And that, look, that is why they said yes. That is why
That's
they said
why they are
yes.
now engaged.
That's why they said yes. Um and yeah, the way that he looked at her, the way that he looked at her after she sneezed, he was like, I'm finna marry this girl. I'm finna marry this girl.
Mm-hmm. I have to put the sticker on her
And then,
face.
you know, essentially the very next time we get them significantly is when he's like, I'm gonna marry this girl.
Yes.
after the after the sickness, after he found out that she wore headgear. She used to wear headgear after Grandma Wendy reminded him.
Mm-hmm.
And
Thanks for
you
the
know,
ammo.
we're all aware of how short life can be in 520. uh and Jordan needed a lot of air in that episode. uh
One of my favorite
it's the fact that Asher
scenes.
said, when they were lining up and JJ was questioning them, and Asher said he loves getting married.
She was like, whoa,
What?
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Easy. We all know how well that worked out.
They better come. They better get up off him.
He was saying this about himself. We all know how well that worked out. And it's just funny, and simultaneously Layla's very excited about Jamie getting married. Hmm.
Little did she know.
Hmm. Did she? Do we think Layla had any inkling of this? Like any inkling? I don't know.
No.
Sometimes I go back and
No, I
forth
don't think.
because I don't know. She definitely had a fresh French manicure. She doesn't always have a
I'm
French
done.
manicure.
I'm
I'm
so
so done.
done. Her nails are just always
I'm
kept.
so,
They are, but it's not always in a French manicure.
It's
Honey.
not, but I feel like that was just on
I'm done
that
with
was
her.
on the show's part. Like they said we
She,
gotta
I
make sure
She was
she
giving
looks
think
us
good.
deep
signs.
in
She
her
was giving us
soul,
signs.
she was giving a sign. It's kind of Carmen. It's kind of like when we used to be like Layla would like lie to the audience, like she didn't know.
Oh God.
Because I don't know. She was a little too excited for Jamie. Like every time I think,
That's
well,
because she
like
loves
you love each other.
weddings.
It's
She's
the
been
next
planning
step.
her since she was a kid.
I'm just saying. So I'm messing around. I'm messing around. But yeah. Then they have the whole conversation, picking out the pictures for the digital frame. And our babes again, and her rubbing his head and
Yes.
her asking if he's okay. That's her man. Like that is her man. And then they talk about young Jordan traded cute for sexy. That whole conversation. And this question from her: what would you have said back then if someone had told you that we would end up together? Interesting choice of words,
Hmm.
Layla. That my wish at the Zoltar machine came true.
Yeah,
You were my first
that part.
crush. The ships, listen, for me, the ships passing in the night theory was confirmed because Layla wondered if Jordan had a crush on her because she had a
That
crush on
part.
him.
Well, she
Mm-hmm.
really wanted to say what we would have told them. She wanted to say what we would have told our younger self, but she didn't.
Oh,
But
true.
she didn't.
True. You're correct. And it's also interesting because she actually seemed surprised by the fact that he did have a crush on her because she was like, wait, but you were so mean to me. You were so mean to me. He's like, yeah, that's because I had a crush on you. And I think it's so funny because I'm just like, did Layla just ignore her crush because Jordan was so mean to her?
I feel like she probably felt like
probably.
she couldn't stand a chance at the time with him
Yep, she probably thought he didn't like her.
because she thought he was a pretty one.
She thought he was the pretty one. You were so cute back then.
Yep.
Yeah. She had headgear.
Yes, like she was going through it at that age. She said, "Hold, on, I got to get myself together first."
And then on top of that, hold on top of that, he was mean to her.
Yes,
Exactly.
she said, "Oh no." Well, if I can't be
Not,
that close to him, let me just stick
oh,
with the sister.
oh my, stop. No, Liv was not a,
I'm joking, people. I'm joking.
don't, no, you know, I don't play when it comes to Lilith.
Oh
Uh,
my
anyway, so they have that whole conversation about that. And then they talk about, she tells him about Jamie freaking out about the engagement because they tell each other
god.
everything.
Everything.
Which is why, again, I don't believe that first argument they had. But anyway, I had to add that in. They say, you know, tells him that she was freaking out, and he's just like, yeah, but they're basically married already. And she's like, but that's what I thought. That's what I.
Yeah.
But but Jamie doesn't believe in marriage, and that leads to their whole fight for the rest of the episode because she's trying to get him to warn Asher. He's not trying to warn Asher, and he's like defending this
That's because
proposal
he knew
because
there was no
he's the
Asher.
one who's
There was no
going to be
reason
doing the
to
exactly.
warn Asher. I can't believe him.
There was no reason to warn Asher, and also that he was fit to
That's what I'm
propose, and he
saying.
was just like,
He
she
knew.
needs to wrap her mind around the fact that I am going to propose.
It's that. It's that Jamie is the newest member to this group, and she was just so determined to have Jor talk to him. Like, girl, that's your friend too. So I felt like she just drew sides. She was like, "No, I'm on Jamie's
That is
side.
so true.
I'm
When
on
she was
Jamie's
just
side."
like, when Layla said to Jordan, yeah, like Jamie's our friend. And then Jordan said, yeah, but we've known Asher
Yes,
longer. And it's so funny because it is true. Like,
Like, girl, they sweet.
why didn't Layla just warn?
yes. Like, and you've been around the man all day
So,
too.
okay, no, but this sort of kind of confirms things because I don't know. For me, I'm just confirmation bias at this point. But I'm like, because she's lying to us, and she knew that this whole thing was. She knew that he was proposing.
She was trying to get him to confess.
Oh my gosh.
She was trying to get him to
She was trying to
confess.
get him to confess.
That's why she wasn't mad when he
She
got
was
mad at
like,
her at the beach.
but it's a mistake. But it's a mistake. But they're too young.
Yeah.
She was like, I'm sick of playing games with him. I'm gonna push this ring out of him.
Please, I'm gonna push this.
She was, she was
She
pushing
said,
buttons.
she actually knew. She actually knew that if I make him upset, he's gonna
Right?
do it. She's trapping him.
Most definitely. She knows her man.
Not Layla trapping him by like making him mad enough to actually propose.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. Anyway, so she did. They did have a conversation about it. She did push him down on the ground on the sand. He threw a temper tantrum. I need different air.
I need air. We're outside. I need different air.
I need different.
Oh
And
my god.
then after that tantrum, they did the hey highs. They did
I
the hey
live for
highs.
the highs. I done told you it's Olits all over again.
Honestly, that's to answer somebody's question. What's my favorite moment apart from the engagement of season 5?
It's her smile on the high with the hand on the chin.
It's the hand on the chin. It's the fact that she grabbed his hand so immediately.
Oh no, that's when I was like,
Oh,
slap
you're
him.
wild.
But and that's why it's my favorite
Cause he
moment
goes,
because
I
it.
need air, a different air. What? Okay, I'm gonna
No,
got some air
no, no,
when you
no,
get
no,
back.
not that one. The one
Oh,
after
not
that,
that one.
when he comes back, and she's just like, "Hey,
That's what I'm talking about.
hi."
But that was after he left, talking about he needs some air.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, and I think that is that is
It's definitely in the top
because
five.
as we've been talking about, there was something about her smile, his smile,
Mm-hmm.
and the fact that he apologized so quickly, and even after he apologized, and even after I would be like, exactly, as you should, she was just like, well, let's just call it you're a passionate player. Like, don't stand up.
It
Sit
was like
down.
this.
As Kaya says,
But
sit
telling her to
down.
stand up.
Keep
Like this
sitting.
is rain. This is rain. You think it's rain?
Keep sitting. Keep sitting. You're content to sit. You're content to sit.
Somebody give her something to kick her feet up.
She's just laying on the sand, laying on the beach. She's having a great time just on the ground.
I'm done. Cause she bad.
Cause
She
she
down
she
bad. She okay with down
she
there.
and she's okay with it. She's okay with it.
Hmm.
And that's where we end because then we get to the proposal. So did your favorite moment from this season change after
Well, you said we couldn't say the proposal.
yeah, no, I said I'm gonna change mine to the hey highs in that scene because I
If
said
I could change mine, I
Yeah.
won't change to the proposal.
no,
You
you
can't.
can't change. Some
What would be your number two then if your proposal was number one? Put it at that.
Yeah, I'm back at the drawing board. I can't pick one. I like a lot. I like the kiss. I like
The
when they were
kiss.
sick.
Which one out of like
the
30?
kiss. They had like 25,000
Exactly.
kisses.
I like it when they were sick.
I like the
I
kiss.
like.
I like kiss.
Listen, wait. You got no miss. I like when they were sick. I like.
That's good. Oh, I will ask you this: what was the moment? Do you think Layla realized that she was in love with Jordan?
um. Woo.
Is that too hard of a question?
I gotta go back. Um.
Realize she was in love? Um,
You mean like accept it or like realize?
that is the question. Is the verbatim question is when do you think Layla realized that she was in love? That is a
Before they even
good.
got together.
Oh, most definitely. I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah. Maybe so. Then accept it. Oh, wait, what were you gonna say?
I feel like I'm leaning, which I feel like we've been on the same episode, you and I. It's 16? Yeah, Studio 16.
Yeah,
Because I feel
for
like
sure.
me, the audience realizing was 12.
Me, no, the audience did not realize. You and I realized it was 12 when she actually did
The
fall in love with
audience,
him,
Lexi and I, it's
but
okay.
we realized that it was 12. I mean, some people may have realized, but she was definitely in love, but she didn't know at the time, but she was definitely in love with him by 12. But yes, to your point, 16, I think her looking at him
Mm-hmm.
after their argument, after he didn't, after he wasn't deterred by the, you want to leave, go ahead and leave. And she's sitting on the floor and she's saying, like, you're a really,
Bring the voice.
you're, I can't. But she's just like, you're a really great leader, Jordan, and you just have to believe it. And that, that was the beginning of her being like, nah, this man is
It was
mine
the
and I will
at the
never let.
bottom of a cliff apparently, and the look right after that
Yeah.
solidified.
And that's what I'm saying. It was just the way that she was looking at him. She was just like, I can't push these feelings aside for him any longer. Even if I can't act on them, I
Pretend like
can't.
they're not
Like,
there.
you knew I can't
Mm-hmm.
pretend like they were not there. And she, to be honest, she really didn't. Like, even before the whole fight, she didn't pretend like
Mm-hmm.
they weren't there, right? Sounds like Joe someone's jealous. Why do you care? So I mean, it's that really that, and she's just like, oh, it's not because of your good looks. Like, her filter left, I think, in that episode, and I think that she was saying some stuff that she was aware of. Is that for you, Carmen, or did you? Carmen is like, she knew she was in love in season 3,
Carmen's
episode.
like
Yeah.
4-1
Season
when he opened
3
up the door for her.
in the sandbox. In the sandbox.
She knew she was in love with the sandbox.
She knew she was in
Um,
love with that man in the sandbox.
did anyone know, Kaya? I know that I want you to explain why you think that Liv
Um,
knew that Jordan proposed. Do you think anybody else knew that Jordan
no.
proposed?
I don't think nobody knew.
I think that he sped up his proposal because JJ told him it.
That I think so.
Exactly.
Especially because they didn't even have. He
Yeah,
would have made sure she was in like a real cute outfit. Her outfit was cute, but like she had just been playing football all up in the sand in that outfit. Like,
I know. I was like, that girl is sweaty. She's all at
yes,
the
they ain't
beach,
changed her
like in
clothes.
a
They
full
could have had her take
jacket.
that jacket off because the top underneath would have been cute. Like, they ain't give her no time to prepare and no time for him to prepare her.
And look, that's how we know this. Look, if you were to ask Layla, I was in my finest of the fine. I was dressed. I
For
was
the
dressed for the
Grammys.
Grammys. So yeah, I don't think that Jordan told anyone, but I do think that maybe Liv had a twin tuition.
I don't think so.
Kaya standing firm on the. Are you standing firm on the Liv
I feel
twin
like Liv
tuition?
definitely had a twin tuition. I feel like she knows. Um, only
It was the
yes.
look at the
Wait, the look
campfire,
at
right?
hold on. Before we get to the
Y'all giving
campfire,
Liv
though,
a
it
lot of
was the
credit.
look after her and Lele Girl's conversation at the beach house,
Right. There were two
and
look. Okay,
Mm,
so I don't know if that was.
no, go ahead.
Yeah.
What's your thought?
No, I'm gonna say because I was like, I don't know if that was like just Sam
I
herself
questioned
being a
that.
shipper,
I questioned
but
that. I did question it.
because those are the things that's like is Sam because I know like Sam has some opinions on Jordayla. She loves them so much, and the thing is like, is that Sam just giving us more like the he just wanted you to feel loved like
Uh huh.
that type of deal, whereas like Liv the character isn't that aware, but I don't know. It was giving
I
something
feel
better
like it was
happen,
too
girl.
distinct of a look for it to just be
It was
like
so distinct.
something that wasn't like leading
But
to
I mean, I
anything.
also thought that there was going to be a big deal of her. Like, I thought that we would get more than what we've gotten from her in terms of the two of
Uh,
them.
mm, yeah, I wasn't like giving that much thought to that. I was like, oh, she know. Okay, cool.
Yeah, no, I was just like, oh, she hasn't. When the episode came where it was like her, Layla, and Patience all in together a circle, and she didn't bring up Jordan once, and then she talked to Jordan separately and didn't bring up Layla once. I was
I
just
would have.
like, oh,
I
oh, we just
I
not gonna
actually would
get
have
it.
liked more of a conversation, like if she were to bring it up in which one was it? I think it was like 16 when they went to the quince. Um,
That's what I'm saying. That was the episode where I was just like, oh, so it's just
yeah,
not happening. Because if it's not happening in this episode, it's not happening. In this
yeah.
season.
But I feel like with this, I think it's like I'm leaning more so to her like knowing that it was happening and like Jor coming to her just because it is her best friend, which he made a point to say at the campfire. But then also,
you left
yes,
me
you
your
left me
best
your best
friend.
friend, and then Layla girl immediately being like,
That's
Layla girl.
true.
I still
No,
think she
okay,
knew
but with
though.
the conversation that they had, I feel like it was just a stark contrast to the convo she just had
You
talking
know
about Spence,
what?
and then her giving that look because she already knew like the day that Lele girl was having, but knowing that her day was about to get a lot better, it felt like she was already in the know about what Joy was about to do later that night.
It's the fact. You know what? I already believed in the twin tuition thing, but it's the fact that you said that Jordan said, looked straight at her and said, "Thank you for leaving your best
Hmm,
friend with me."
hmm.
Huh?
She knew Lele girl was not coming.
Mm-mm.
Because her face because let's talk like her face from Jordan's speech to Layla's speech didn't change at all. And that's a very intentional acting choice because naturally that's like, oh, two different people are speaking, too many different thought process, two different reactions essentially. But she had the same reaction to Jordan as she
Hmm.
did to Layla. Her face didn't change at all. And I'm like, was that like editing? Or were we just looking too far into it? Or is it this like she knew?
But even like I'm like they over here just brushing past this girl's speech.
Y'all
Get
looking too
out of here!
far in it.
Get out of here,
Y'all looking too
hater.
far in it.
I know. I was
They
so mad
they're
Y'all
about
looking
like
that.
too
brushing
far in it.
through.
Carmen is
Liv
like,
don't know nothing. Liv don't
Liv
know
don't know
nothing.
that.
They
Liv don't know
said,
That
nothing.
girl pretty much figured out they just kissed before
"Get
she
out
walked
of
in the room.
here." That was before she knew of the relationship.
Mm-mm.
Listen, Jordan. If Jordan were to tell anybody about the proposal,
He told
I think
Spencer.
it
No,
would be Liv.
no,
It'll be Spencer.
no. It's
No,
Liv.
it would be Liv.
They
It'll be
just recently
Spencer.
lost their daddy.
No,
It
it
would
would
be
be
Liv.
Liv.
Have you? And that's all. I feel like that's
Yeah.
It'll be
also why
Spencer.
they've been. Because I've even said recently, I'm like, yeah, I love how I never focused on their scenes beforehand, but like the now him and Liv have been having more and more scenes together, which I love to see those moments. So I feel like that's why they were building on it because it was leading to him telling her that he was going to propose to their bestie.
I don't think that's what like the purpose
Y'all
of why they're
reaching,
building,
boy.
but I,
Y'all
I'm
I just
telling
said
you.
I
reaching.
don't think
I'm
that.
telling you.
I'm not
I'm
all the way
telling
on
you.
Kaya's end,
Y'all,
I'm
but
y'all want to
I think it's
redeem.
because no, I think it's
Y'all want to
because that
redeem
they
Liv so bad.
what?
This no. She
What?
don't
redeem
Hold
know.
up.
Liv. What Liv
I
doesn't need
said
redeeming.
redeem her for
No, I
like
know.
going all the months without
Oh my
realizing that her
goodness.
best friend and brother was in
No, that's
love.
not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. But I do think that if he were to tell someone, I think it would be. I don't think Jordan has ever. He had this whole, I think, arc where he was just like, "Oh, I can't lie to my brother." But Jordan and Spencer, I don't think have this crazy we tell each other everything type of relationship. I just never. I don't think that's the truth.
But being they
But I do
they
think that
picked Spencer to be the first one to find out. I won't be surprised if Spencer know about the actual getting married.
Well, I think that the guys in I think Asher and Spencer knew that the ring was Jordan's for sure because it was just process of elimination.
But how did Asher like Spencer could have still thought it was Asher. But you know what? Did Spencer even say something about the ring the whole show?
He said he got his own stuff
He
going on.
essentially was like, "It's not mine."
No,
Yeah,
I'm
he was
saying
like, "I'm
I
not
know
trying to get
one.
married."
I'm talking about like once the whole after they left the kitchen. Of course we still heard.
Oh no.
You know, you know. Okay, so
No, but that's what I'm saying. So Asher
you
knew
might
by
know who the ring
default.
really belonged to.
I mean, he did. I do think that the guys knew by default because there's only two people it could be, and I think
I
it's
don't feel
pretty
like
easy to
they
guess who it
officially
was.
knew it was Jor's, but I
But
feel like they all were leaning toward it being Jor's, mostly because we don't want to say it, but like he has done it before, you know?
so anyway, so that was our conversation on the proposal. One last question: do you think Layla or Jordan, I'll add this, can be swayed um if, let's say, Liv or Spencer, we're going with Liv first, or Laura or Spencer or JP or whoever, but Liv primarily says that the marriage right now is not a good idea?
Nope,
No,
they can't. They in it. I don't think they're gonna get married tomorrow, but they're not gonna
that's
change their
not
mind. They're
happening.
getting married, so no,
I agree.
no
I think regardless of when this proposal was planned, regardless of if it was pushed up, they are determined
to do
to get
this.
married. To get
She
married.
is.
So
She is.
that's what
She's
it
the
is.
next. She's the next Miss Baker. Period.
She's the listen. It's officially gonna be the Bakers. Like whenever
Oh
Official.
my
Liv,
god.
Layla, and Jordan are in a scene together, it's like they are
The
They
the
Bakers.
Bakers.
are the most
Yep.
recent to officially be together with the most history and the only ones ready to get married.
That is correct.
Yep.
So there you go. And so we approve to answer that first question. Whether we're behind this 1,000. Anyway, that was season 5. Thanks,
Bye!
guys.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
That's it, folks. Stay tuned for the next episode. As soon as these strikes end, and we're WGA and SAG after strong until then. Take care.